Greetings, YouTube. This is the Region Night Bard, and this is the Jack Defends one of the most controversial endings out there, and that is the ending of Mass Effect 3. Now, I was kind of spoiled a little bit by it. Not like spoilers, but like I didn't experience the original ending. I experienced the special edition ending with the extended DLC. Because I didn't get it until afterwards. Until after they baked the patch, so I didn't see what the big deal was. Until I learned about the differences in the deal between the DLC ending and the original ending. As far as I can understand, the original ending was very simple. You get to pick one of three paths. Which is two, I don't know. Maybe it's just two paths, maybe it was three paths, I don't remember. But at the end, it's like everyone was rushing through and Normandy's leaving, and then it was caught in the energy blast. And so there you have it. That was the ending. Ambiguous, yes. Bad, possibly. Now with the DLC ending, of course, they explained why the Normandy was leaving, as he added an additional scene where one of your crew members was so badly hurt they had to leave. And so Normandy was performing cleanup. And to add to it as well, now you had four choices altogether. And a lot of people thought the Star Child was sort of the cop-out. But let's think about it. We're dealing with a sentient race of machines who have been exterminating humanity, or rather, any sentient species, to prevent them from destroying themselves. And in that regard, they had a solution for somebody who reached that pinnacle to where they could possibly not destroy themselves. Going on to defending the ending and the choices you were given. Well, people were like crying, "Oh, we could have had so many better endings! We could have had huge, humongous endings!" No, you couldn't. It's like, we made so many choices! The endings could have reflected all the choices we made. It did! Especially with the DLC ending gave you snippets of what happened after. I'm sorry, but your choices in the game did not matter at the end. After, before, it made all the difference in the world. Why? Because most of these choices that you made were what I like to call, there's probably a better term, world-building choices. Choose to save Admiral Kirihide in the first game. He'd show up in the subsequent sequels because he was alive. Save Legion. Legion adds to a chance of you shaping that world. Kill Rana. Again, these are all not going to cycle into the ending because they're minuscule, infinitesimal choices. They do, however, affect the world. And with the assets, you really start getting just how much pull each one of your decisions had. If you fail to save the Arachnite Queen in the first game, and you meet the Arachnite Abomination, your choice to not save the Arachnite Queen means you now have an indoctrinated entity seeking asylum. And if we know anything about indoctrinated people, it does not bode well. So not only do you lose 100 points into attack, into your forces, you also lose 100 into your engineering. Remember, you have both. And of course, some choices just determine what points go where. With Jack's troops, with Jack's students, you either could put him on the front lines or put him in support. Either way, saving Jack, getting her to a point to where she was sane, completing her loyalty missions, allowing her to move on from the past, was only for the world. a lot of your choices are for the world. To give you a point about another game, Dragon Age 2. In the end, you could eventually choose between helping out the mages or helping out the Templars. But ultimately, and here's the ultimate part, your ultimate task was stopping Knight General Meredith. I think that's her name. I don't remember her name, but I know the head of the Templar Order. Because events outside of your control created the catalyst for the war. Doesn't matter which side you pick, you're eventually going to fight. I believe you end up fighting both sides, leaders, no matter what. But your choices don't mean that much. But it does build up the world. And Thetis is not something simple. I mean, there are choices in Dragon Age 1 will carry over to Dragon Age 2. And those choices from Dragon Age 2 end up carrying over into Inquisition. And they're probably going to carry over into the next Dragon Age game. Whatever that may be. But those do not affect the endings of either game. You were going to fight Meredith, always. That was the path. You were going to fight the Archdemon in the original Dragon Age. You were going to fight the Elder God, the Elder One, in Inquisition. Your only time multiple endings work is in the paths you are given. Essentially, when you come to a crossroad and you can choose to go a different path, therefore a different destination. But Mass Effect really didn't have much of a choice in the end. There were no serious crossroads. None. It was simply what you did at the stops. What you paid for, what you didn't pay for, it's that. It's not, you were given a path. You've been going down this one sole path. Now granted, you can go off the beaten path and do this over here and do that over there, but they don't factor into the main path. And the main path has always been one set straight road. I mean, it's not like you can, not fight the Reapers. There was never an option not to fight the Reapers. Never. You are always going to have to rely on the Crucible. And one of the endings tells you what happens when you don't. Yeah, spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for you guys. But I mean, all your choices don't deviate from the main path. They enrich the path. They change how the main path looks, but they're ultimately world-building choices. They're ultimately fluff. They're ultimately filler. You are not painting two different paintings. You are painting the same painting. I mean, yeah, your playthrough's not going to be the same. Might not be entirely the same as another person's playthrough, but they're going to be very, very similar. Especially go the same paths. But the endings really light upon the Crucible. Control, destruction, synthesis, or denial. Those are the only options you were allotted, because that's the only time the road ever splits on you. That's it. You can't make supremely different choices from the choice you were given. Now, if you weren't relying on the Crucible, let's say you had 3 different weapons at your disposal, then yes, 3 different paths works wonders. 3 different paths means everything, because you now have 3 options. You can either use dark matter to destroy the Reapers, you can use weapon Y to control the Reapers or something like that, or something along those lines. I mean, the more options you are given, the more paths you have to go down. That's what determines multiple endings. Another game, Persona. the original Persona. Persona 1 had 2 paths. Again, I don't know what Sebek means. I haven't played the game. But you have that, which ends up the final boss being a creature called Pandora. And the Ice Queen. And the Ice Queen is its own entire journey entirely. It's 2 different paths. So therefore, and they all have a good ending and a bad ending. Again, choices. But in Mass Effect, you had the Crucible. That's it, the Crucible. Those choices come from the Crucible because that's the only time the crossroads splits. Now, all your things you've done in the game do get highlighted at the very end. You spared the Krogans, great! You got Rex, you cured the Genophage, and you made Rex their leader, great! Watch them rebuild their society. Get the Quarians. You get them to make a peace. If you get them to make a peace, you see how their civilization is once again flourishing. Hell, Edie, if you choose synthesis, Edie will tell you, I'm alive. And different characters will not. If you, of course, chose control, the Reapers are, of course, still helping rebuild society as well as the synthesis ending, because there's nothing for them to fight over anymore. So in the end, it's not that BioWare choked you in this. It's that BioWare, I don't think, could have lived up to the hype. I mean, they gave you so many choices, and people want those choices to matter. And they did. I mean, I know last video I talked about mattering, and honestly, I can see that. I can see why they rail against the ending. You want your choices to mean something. This is your world. This is your investment. And you have probably spent over several hundred hours building that perfect save file. Building that greatest save file you ever could to combat the Reapers. Or even going back and doing things differently so you have better chances of defeating the Reapers. But ultimately, your choices were only the tools to build the world, to build the narrative. They weren't there to address the ending. In all honesty, I think the ending was pretty good. I think it was the best they could have ever done. I mean, there are some games that just never lived up to the hype. I mean, Legend of Zelda was a great game. Second game couldn't live up to that hype. Third game, Onward, well, it was on the 2D screen. Oh, back. It was on less powerful consoles, but tended to top down. And so, with that being said, I'm going to give you a fact of the day that ties in perfectly with what I'm saying. There was actually a study about spaghetti sauce. People back in, I think, the 50s, their sauces were very thin. And they didn't... People asked them, well, do you want a chunkier sauce? No, we're fine. So what they did was a blind taste test. And it's like, they made their chunkier spaghetti sauce, and they made the original. It's like, people like, I want the spaghetti sauce. What is it? Oh, it's our chunkier spaghetti sauce. No way! Sign me the fuck up! I mean, this could also turn around in your face. It's like, you give them something they don't want. And they're gonna spit in your face about it. I have said my pieces. Until next time, this is the Reason I Bard, signing out. And yes, my next video will be that Persona 5 review. Also, since I keep forgetting to do this, if you like my content, please drop a comment in the video below, especially if you've had foods that you tried that you do not like at all. Also, please, if you want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel. and tell me more about what you want to see.